And I'm back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James, where I'm here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. And look who here. Look who right beside me, y'all.
I want to be beside him all the time.
She do. She want to be here, but you know she don't want to be here, but she here. That's Mrs. Best is here, you guys. Make sure you guys say hello and subscribe to her channel. It is right there on your screen and in my description box. You guys make sure you subscribe to her channel because any reviews or recaps I don't have on my channel, it's because we have it on her channel. We have Love and Hip Hop Miami coming back, and be sure to catch our Married at First Sight recaps. We did one the other day. It was really good, and I think we gave a lot of great insight to the couple. So you guys make sure you catch that, especially if you enjoy that show. I love it now. I've never watched it before. I love it. So shout out to Mrs. Best, always bringing the thunder to my life. Hey twin, I just thought about it. You haven't done a music review in a minute. School must be really kicking your butt and keeping you busy. You want to go ahead and answer that?
I am no longer doing music reviews. I'm going to be focusing more on recaps and collaborating with James in terms of just like getting different content out there. So yeah.
Damn that motorcycle. Oh my God.
But I'm not doing music reviews anymore. I do appreciate those, Shani, all of your support. I also hope you're safe. I saw there was flooding in New York, so please be safe, Shani.
Yes, please be safe. She just made me aware of it. I had no idea, Shani. I hope you're safe. You know, this world is going through a lot. So I just want you guys to always be safe. Hug your family members. You know, make sure everyone is doing well. But if y'all haven't seen, this is Belle Collective Season 6, Episode 5, Biloxi Blues. Y'all, this episode got on my nerves.
It gave us the blues.
Yes. It got on my nerves from beginning all the way to the end. These, you know. Okay, good. Shani says she good. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the scene opens up with Carrie. She is bringing over a crawfish boil, as Marie would say. And when she brings it up to the table, Letitia gets there first. And they start digging in, and she's asking Carrie how she eats this. And Carrie, so you pull the head, you suck, and then because that's the mustard, and then you eat the tail, the meat and the tail. So they're doing that, and more ladies are coming. We have Marie who shows up, and then we also have Selena showing up as well. And Letitia asked, "Did you invite Latrice?" And she said, "No, I did not invite Latrice. I wanted this to kind of be a moment just for us. So I really wanted to, you know, make sure that we kind of had some times to bond and everything like that." That's messy. So she dumps all of the the crawfish on the table. And then she had white bread, but she forgot to buy utensils. So this man puts on some gloves, gets a piece of white bread, gets the mayonnaise, and spreads the shit on the bread with her finger. And then slides it over to Marie. And Marie said, "No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm going to slide this back on you." Marie said, "Who puts mayonnaise on their finger and just puts it on the bread?"
DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart. You name it. You could have got some forks delivered. I'm just saying. I'm sure there was a corner store somewhere.
Carrie, that had to have been one of the most trifling things I have ever seen in my life. And we just did an episode of Wife Swap where they had some black folks that was very trifling. But at least they use utensils. Carrie, really? Really? Okay, I didn't understand the whole white bread with mayonnaise thing. Apparently, someone says if the boil is too spicy, you use that as a kind of a buffer to soften.
You could also just make it right so you don't need that.
I mean, listen, y'all. I always get my, as she's experienced with me, because I got a little boil the other day. They said not me no like no spicy. That's what it said on the app, because I don't like spicy. When it comes to my seafood, I want to enjoy it. I'm like one of those that I cannot have it too spicy. I have to enjoy it. I have to see the flavors, and you have to be creative with your flavors. So I did a garlic, lemon, and Cajun spice. and that blended so well together. I don't know what Carrie was doing.
I also would like to know. My family is from New Orleans. We got family in Biloxi. A lot of them. I'm also African and Creole, Cajun. I'm taste of the rainbow, but I never seen a crawfish boil. Now the fish with the bread, I understood. My family, what we'll do is have like some French bread, like a nice roll, not sliced rainbow white bread from the grocery store for $1.97. We would do that. But where was the corn? Where were the potatoes? Where it was just crawfish. A boil, I thought, is supposed to have more than just the seafood. There's supposed to be some veggies that have been steamed, and I swear I feel like the whole episode I only saw 2 potatoes.
Maybe they charge like $5 per potato. Because that's what
the restaurant. She better go get some potatoes from her brunch restaurant.
And what, mix it together?
Figure it out. Steal some of them russet potatoes and boil them up. If that's what you gotta do, Carrie.
That's too much, duh. I know. If you have the money, why not spend the extra $30 to get a nice,
make it a complete meal.
Yeah, make it a complete meal, because it literally each person just got 1 potato. That's basically what she did. So Carrie mentions to the ladies that she wants to throw together a nice, outing for the ladies. Really, this is for Letitia's. Ooh, excuse me, I had to burp. This is for Letitia's brunch that she's going to put together, but she wants the ladies to come out and experience the private, what was she called? It was like the first class of Gulf Coast, Mississippi. And I'm looking at her like, oh.
First class would have came with some servers and somebody making the boil.
Right.
And silverware.
How much for 1 potato? In some cases, okay, so this is how, I don't know how it works everywhere else. I only can speak on Phoenix and in Florida because I've gotten seafood boils at both. So in Phoenix, when you get a boil, naturally 2 potatoes come into your boil, naturally, because they figure you're having dinner for 2. If you want extra potatoes, it is $5 per potato. That's how they do it here. In Florida, when you do a boil and it's for 2, you get 4 potatoes. And if you want extra potatoes, it's only $2. I don't know what that is, but that's scaring the hell out of me.
Yeah, I'm like, is it a
I tell you,
child?
no, and I'm glad she's doing these lives with me because she teases me all the time about noises I be hearing, and I be like, what the hell is going on around here?
No, you got noises in this house.
Yeah, I have noises. Nate, thank you. Now she hear it. Because I was like, I'm telling you, I hear noises all the time when I'm on live, and I'm like, and a lot of the times I'm here when I'm doing my lives by myself because Gia doesn't get off until 7. And we do our lives at between 4 and 6. So I'm here by myself, and I'm like in the dark. And I'm like, so I'm glad she's here. So she can experience this. We did heard all kind of noises since we've been live. So I'm glad she hear it now.
I'll never hear about mouth again.
Yes.
Coming at him. But I am proud of James. His home is beautiful. So
thank you. Thank you. So but moving on from there, she's going to put the ladies up in this very nice mansion and everything, which, it was a regular house up on some stilts, but that's okay, Carrie.
That's how a lot of the houses on Gulf Coast are, because Biloxi be getting hit.
They do.
With those stores.
But would you consider that a mansion?
For Biloxi, it is, yeah.
Is it really?
Yes. There's no
people from Biloxi
other area. My whole family there. If you got a house like that, and she was literally right across the street from the water, that's as good as it gets, because they don't build out their mansions to just look good. They more so build them to withhold and withstand the hurricanes and the storms.
Okay, fine.
Let's be outside of that beach ain't nothing.
Right. So we then have a dinner scene with Cliff and Latrice, and she's telling him that she's going to go on this trip to Biloxi, and she asked, has he talked to Glenn since the pool party? And he said, no, I haven't talked to him. And she also mentioned she has not talked to Letitia, and she's hoping on this trip that they'll be able to talk about it, because she really was not coming from no ill intent place when it came to those questions. She also asked Cliff, is he gonna, stay here? Or he goes, no, I'm gonna stay at the condos above Tay since I'm gonna be there. And she goes, "Why are you always there? Like, what's the problem?" And he didn't see an issue with it. He's like, "I'm grown. Like, I can go wherever I want to." And she goes, "Okay, by that same logic, I'm grown. So if I dance on somebody, is that a problem?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's cheating." I said, "Cliff, you just be gaslighting." Because he is correct. It is cheating, the opposite around. There's nothing really wrong with him staying in the condos above taste if he's just staying there solely. But Mrs. Best, since you here live in the flesh, do you think that Cliff is just staying above them condos just because he working at taste?
Yes and no. I feel like a piece of it is him wanting to monitor his restaurant. I feel like another piece of it is him wanting to get the hell away from his wife because their marriage has been tore up for a while. I feel like another piece of it is I don't know why him and Latrice stay together, but see, a piece of me wants to say don't nobody want Cliff, but people know what Cliff got. And in Mississippi, what Cliff got, a lot of people don't, man or woman. So I can see him pulling some ass or some dick because of what he got. So I'm sure he's had some ass or some dick in his condo above taste. Who the fuck has a condo above their restaurant?
And we're gonna say allegedly. We don't know if he cheated on Latrice. We just gonna say allegedly.
That's what I said. I don't know. I'll say the allegedly, since people like to not listen all the time. But he could be doing anything up there. Nobody knows. I don't feel like it's healthy for a husband and a wife to live separately from each other. I just don't.
I don't think so either.
I don't. Now, if you traveling, your spouse is gone a lot, you don't see them too much, and you got to stay behind and work, fine. He may have like a property in Dubai or something because he does a lot of business out there, but your main home is in America. Fine. But Latrice and Cliff don't have that situation. It seems they could barely get their businesses out of Mississippi. So I'm tired of them.
I just feel like there's no storyline here. There's like it's the same old shit.
Because if they show us the real, the fans are gonna be like, when are y'all gonna get a divorce? Like, what are you doing, Latrice? But everybody's so focused right now on Latrice's beef with the other women in the group. I want to know about Latrice's marriage because I've never really cared for how she interacts with the women in the group. And I don't think she should interact with them too much anyway, because it's clear they don't like each other. But I would like it if she filmed her life more. I feel like any of the Belles that have husbands need to be doing what Carrie and her husband did. We just got them. We're only a couple episodes in and we know a lot. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And get rid of Marie and Cedric. I'm not doing this. I can't.
Yes. So the ladies meet up one by one because they're getting on the Sprinter van because y'all know Gulf Coast, Mississippi is about, I think, 2 to 3 hours from Jackson, I believe. Mm-hmm. So they are all going up there and they're all saying, what is it going to be like? Do you think she's going to have us our own rooms and everything? And Latrice was like, she better have us our room. I don't share no room. And we looking like, ooh, y'all in for a treat. So back at the place, Matt is helping Carrie, set up the place. And she says, I don't know how I'm going to set up these rooms. Like there's 4 rooms up here. The master is downstairs. I don't know how this is going to work. Well, Matt suggests that you should put Latrice and Letitia in this room since they're not getting along right now. This will help them to bond and help them get over what it is. I'm looking like, Matt, these are not men.
Put Letitia and Marie's big asses in them bunk beds. If you want to be funny, Matt.
That's what I felt like should have happened. Like definitely should have put Marie and Letitia in those bunk beds. Or if we're gonna be real, because she pint sized, y'all could have put Letitia and Tambra in that room because Tambra ain't been showing up. So put Tambra up in there. She extra. So oh, I forgot about that scene with Tambra. I forgot, y'all. I'm over here complaining about Tambra and forgot about the scene with Tambra. Let me rewind before I get to the ladies getting there. But before we had the ladies get there, Tambra had a scene with Demond. It's Demond. Everything is Demond. I'm sick of her saying that. But she has her cute little baby who looked just like her daddy. I mean, that is the spitting image of Demond, if I had never seen it before. London Simone. And, she says that she doesn't have her baby in daycare yet because she's just not ready. She is very attached to her little girl. And usually first-time moms are. They really are really attached to their baby. So they usually take a little bit of a longer time to get them acclimated with society, which is fine. So Damon comes over from, he just got out of work and, they're talking about the finances. And he told her, you pretty much got everything taken care of. You already got her, trust fund already worked out. She go, yeah, I made sure my baby was well taken care of. And she tells him that, he's a little bit, loose with his money. He likes to spend. And she's thinking about the future and everything. And I'm going to say it like this, y'all. It's given they not together. This is very much so a situation of we co-parenting and we trying to figure out, okay, I'm trying to avoid taking your ass to court. So I need you to kick in. At least that's how I took it. I'm gonna say alleged because everybody has to come after everybody. But Mrs. Best, did you get that from Tambra? Like, did you get like she trying to say, I'm trying not to take you to court for child support, but I need you to kick in?
I didn't quite get that, but I could see how that could potentially be a thing. Only thing I'll really say about this, if it's not your man, baby, be quiet about his funds. Even if you got a kid, all you need to do is say, this is how much I want to put in her trust fund. How much will you contribute? Or you tell him, I need you to contribute to the trust fund. I need you to put this much. If you're not married, that's how you got to do it. Until you married, you don't get to tell him he loose with his money because it ain't your fucking business, even if you have a kid with him. And a lot of people don't understand, especially women, unfortunately, is that just because you have a kid with a man does not make you special. You're special to that child, right? Because you're important as a parent. But having a kid doesn't make you a wife, no shade. And a wife has the right legally to be a part of the funds and do that. She doesn't. I don't want to see Tamara on this show anymore. I don't have anything negative to say about her. I just don't need her on this show because she's obviously not being forthright about what's going on with her and Damon. But the baby is cute. And I just feel like Tamara's in her I'm a mom era. She needs to go to work and her work away from the show and live her life with her baby. She seemed fine.
I agree. 100%. So, y'all, the next thing we have is the ladies finally arrived to, Carrie's mansion on the coast. And Carrie gives them a very warm welcome. She meets them with beads, acting like it's Mardi Gras. She has a bartender give them, the drinks. They walk in. They have little swag bags with Carrie's face all over it, and a curly fried wig. And we're all confused, like, why do you have your hair like that? But that's okay. Carrie can't get this hair together, so we gonna let her be. So she's shown around, the house, and they're looking, and then once they go upstairs, they say, Carrie, how are these rooms situated? Like, what's going on? So Carrie said there's 4 bedrooms, and they all look around us. They say, okay, well, it's 6 of us. So how are we doing this? So Carrie says, okay, so this is what we'll do. We're going to pay our respects. We're going to have elders first. And I said, this ain't going to go too well.
It's not, but that's how you do it when you playing dominoes. That's how you do it when you doing spades. When you playing Uno, it's the oldest or the youngest player goes first. Maybe she was thinking of that. Maybe the bitch like, oh no.
No, but that don't happen in my house, so I don't know.
That's what it says when you read the rules on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you read the rules on most of these games, you're supposed to let the youngest or oldest person go first. It's usually the youngest. But nobody here acts their age.
I know. I was shocked by some of these ages.
The only person I would have given their own room to, if it was me, would be Tambra and Selena.
Okay.
Nobody else, in my opinion, deserves their own room.
Okay. And I actually thought the opposite. I would have put Tambra, and I probably would have put Tambra and Letitia in the bunk bed room. Just because Tambra is smaller and she could fit in the bunk bed. So I'm thinking of size and comfortability. Latrice is taller, so I feel like maybe I would have given her a room with a full-size bed. Same thing with Marie, same thing with Selena. They're all taller. Letitia and Tambra are shorter. So I would think I would go by size. But Selena, Tambra, and Marie had their own rooms, and Letitia and Latrice had to share. And they're both like, we can't do this. No, we're not doing this and everything. Latrice like, where is the nearest hotel? Because I'm not sharing a room. None of them are addressing that they have issues with each other. And the issue being that Letitia feels bamboozled by Latrice's party because the questions were geared to target her marriage. Now, I understand why she feels that way. I definitely do. But once again, we're not 100% sure that Latrice brought up the questions. Now, she could have cycled through the questions and say, oh, yeah, that's appropriate. Oh, no, we can't ask this question. Sorry. She could have went to her team and said no, but she put too much trust in her team. Sometimes when you're a boss, you do put trust into your employees that they're going to do their job well. Sometimes they do. I've had bosses where they did that, where they, took a leap of
A
faith.
good boss, even if you're putting trust into your employees, should always know what's going on. I love Latrice, and she had a right to do what she did to them, but I wish she would just keep it 100 and let them know, you bitches been playing with me, coming for my marriage, tried to assault me. So if my friend says something happened and I don't trust y'all after the last season, then this is what you get. I wish she would have been accountable for the questions at the very least. Like, yeah, I chose the questions. And because if she did that, they wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know what to do. If Latrice looked at Marie and them and said, yeah, those were my questions. And maybe if your husband kept his shit in his drawers, the question wouldn't have impacted you. Because I tell you this much, if I'm sitting with James and his man and me and my man, and we were playing the same game with the same questions, it wouldn't have phased any of us.
No.
The only people it phased is the people who got issues in their marriage.
True.
Address your nigga, please.
So Letitia says that she would rather share a room with Marie, and she doesn't care if Marie snore, if she having phone sex with Cedric. And I'm looking at her like, girl, she ain't having nothing but Cedric, unless he babysitting right now. She be calling to make sure the baby okay. That's the only thing she has for Cedric, and there's no phone sexting with no Cedric. Cut it out. You know damn well that ain't happening. So, anyways, Carrie has a fun event planned. She takes them to the bayou so they can get on the boat and look, through there. I want to do this. What is that boat called? I don't know what it is, but I definitely want to do that.
It's called an air something.
Yeah, I want to do that so bad. But, they're looking at gators. It was a cute event. I thought Carrie did a really good job with hosting the first night. It was very nice. They ended up going to the end part, which was a restaurant. Now, the restaurant was owned by a friend of hers since she has also a business in the same town. His name was Mr. Kenny. Now, Mr. Kenny was serving them. He served them with raw oysters, and Marie said, I don't trust Carrie no more with this food because what is this? What are raw oysters? Like, and there's no other food here. See, we can't trust Carrie with no food. We just can't.
Maybe don't. Marie, y'all want to come on this show flexing like y'all have money and are not new money and understand class. Appetizer.
Or, just say, hey, what else you got? And Carrie says she like oysters.
Because y'all just looking to come for Carrie with the food, but Carrie ain't had brunches the way Letitia's had brunches. And Carrie don't have friends that put corn in the can into a skillet. And I'm not, listen, some people do put corn in the skillet. You could season up some corn real well. But I'm a person, I like to do stuff from scratch. I will not buy the cookie dough. I will make my own from scratch. Sure will, with some egg and some baking soda and some baking powder and some dark sugar and some regular sugar and some chocolate chips, vanilla extract. I will make stuff from scratch. So, Marie, before you talk to someone else about their food, teach your friend how to cook. And I also feel like Marie and Letitia, y'all been kind of together bullying people on this show since season 1. So they should always be forced to share a room in the case that there's a bunk bed. They did it to, what's a good example? Robin and Giselle.
Yeah.
Every time they went on a trip together, they ended up sharing a room. Y'all want to be so fucking close and come at everybody else, share a room. Shit, you ended up anyway sharing a room. I would love to see them finger waves get off that top bunk.
So anyways, y'all.
He's trying to laugh.
Because it is true. That's why I'm laughing, because I pictured it now. That's why I'm trying to laugh. So Letitia finally comes off her ass and actually starts addressing the group. And she goes, you guys, I just want to let you guys know that my heart is hurt because I really felt the way about Latrice and being at her party and feeling like those questions were just an ambush for me. And I just want to know, Latrice, like really what that was. And hold on, DM Roxas, because I see that. I'm about to come to that in a minute. And Latrice takes her time, but she goes, "No, it's not an ambush." And she goes, "Well, I just want to let you know, like, I really have love for you, and I thought you had love for me, and I thought that we were good and we were in a great place. I have motivated you, I helped you, and everything like that. So why would you do this to me?" I said, "Letitia, you are too grown for this. You are too grown for this. At the end of the day, we would not be here if you did not publicly display the fact that your husband was a cheater. We would not be here if Glendale kept it in the house and that you didn't expose that there was a baby."
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, we would not be here. So is it possible that he did it? Yes. But at the same time, that's not Latrice's fault. Like, he did it. What I'm gonna blame Latrice for is knowing the information firsthand and getting her hands dirty in it. Because she could have easily told her hairdresser, "Girl, I want to hear about that." Because we know Glendale for the streets. Do this weave and come on. She could have did that.
You gotta watch how you treat people, Letitia. You do.
Mm-hmm.
Because karma will come right back around. Because DM Rock's comment, that shit Letitia did with Tambra Stalker,
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
shady, and then leaving her friend Marie to have to deal with that and get read for filth by Tambra. I'm trying to tell you. So these two try to act innocent. You were not ambushed. You ambushed someone else about a matter of domestic violence, proving you're not a girl's girl at all. You just not. Letitia, nobody's going to ever feel sorry for Letitia. I am sick of her. I will keep Marie. I don't mind Marie no more because Marie is going to be Marie in every episode since season 1. Marie is Marie. And I like people like that because we know what we're getting with Marie. But with Letitia, she liked to do fucked up shit and then do like white women do and cry like somebody has hurt her. I don't like women either who, when they men do something messed up, they go and they want to make the person that told them about it or the woman they allegedly did or tried something with the problem. You don't get to be mad at the woman. The woman wouldn't have got your man even if she was naked throwing the coochie at him. That shouldn't mean nothing if your man is loyal. So be mad at him. Letitia want to be mad at everybody but Glenn. And then you want to preach about being strong and empowering women when you're weak. Because a real woman will leave this nigga. Mm-hmm. She act like she got 4 kids and a meal with him.
I'm saying, like, it's like, girl.
1 kid. He got a job. He'll be fine. Weak. I cannot.
Yeah. I'm not here for this, y'all. They could have kept this. They really could have. But I am excited to see this brunch that Carrie's hosting at her restaurant that costs $60 a pop to get into. Shout out to our lovely lady friend, Mrs. Moncrief, for spilling that tea. That the brunches are $60.
That was Letitia's brunch, yeah.
Yeah, that was Letitia's brunch.
$60.
$60. So y'all want to go to Letitia's brunch and you have a nice $60 to spare, go ahead. Because James, I wish I would.
She can't tell you nothing that's going to empower you, though. Woman to woman, I'm telling you right now, you got to be careful who you take advice from. You just do. You don't want to take advice from nobody tainted. You don't want to take advice from nobody that don't know how to take their own advice. You don't want to take advice from any of these people. And another tip, for this is best to all of you because I love y'all. Since her food is cold and the food don't be that good anyway at the brunches, at the store, you can get some flour for $1.50. If you go to a good store, you can get all that you need to make a whole brunch for probably under $30. I'm just saying. Just saying.
No, that is classless and ghetto if you got to cook your own food.
No. I'm saying instead of paying for the brunch, because you're not going to get the advice that you're getting from the brunch. Either go to a regular restaurant or make your own brunch at home and put on somebody motivational on YouTube.
Okay, because a bartender can give you better advice.
Why am I paying to go out there? And Letitia's also shady to be charged $60 for a brunch in Jackson, Mississippi, when most of the people don't have that. It's the poorest city in the country.
It's not even that people don't have it. It's like, why would y'all think? Unless you just want to be on TV.
No, my friend lives up there. They if they have it, they spending something they shouldn't be spending to get there. It sounds like.
Damn. Glenn was on Carlos King podcast and said he blames Latrice and Cliff for this whole DM situation.
How do you blame someone else for your action? That's literally photographed.
Well, Does he blame? I didn't watch because I'm not going to watch that. I'm really not. I'm not in the mood to be in this whole situation because why are we blaming Latrice and Cliff when you're the one who DM'd the person? Like, why are we not taking accountability? Like, are you mad because they brought it to the light? Was Mandy supposed to keep her mouth shut?
Put your bitch on the leash, Glenn. Maybe then stuff like this wouldn't come out because people wouldn't be mad at your wife. Another thing, if you're going to cheat, please get better at it. I never understand why people who are bad at cheating and bad at lying
They continue to
cheat.
do it. Yeah, they
If
continue
you
to do
keep
it.
getting caught, stop.
Right. And if you don't want Letitia, leave.
You need her check. I'll tell you.
That's stupid.
I feel like Glenn and Letitia have been together so long they don't know how to separate their lives.
Okay, here's the thing, and this is why I would never take advice from Letitia. This is another reason. Why would I stay in a marriage with a man who has publicly humiliated me, cheated? There was a question about a baby. Why would I stay and get in there, or why would I, as a person, and this is supposed to be for women empowerment, why would I get advice from her when her personal life that she displays on public television is very fucked up? Why would I get advice from her? And then the fact is, another thing is, why would I go to a brunch to pay $60 to get advice from a woman who didn't even expose what she did for a living until this season? And we on season 6. I knew Letitia was a bail bondsman season 1.
I'd also like to say she sounds like the person that I respect Letitia's hustle. I do.
Yeah.
Because you could tell whether the cameras was there or not. Something good I will say about her, with all them certs that she got and all them trades, she said, if this ain't making me money, I'm going to do this. If this ain't making me money, I'm going to do that. But she's not choosing to go and learn things like to become a bail bondsman or to learn to get into real estate and things like that to make it into like one functioning business. She's just doing whatever she can get the next.
Which I don't mind, but that should be what we focus on. Not this bullshit with Glenn.
I don't think that should be what we focus on because it's a dangerous way to do business. She doesn't have direction. It looks like anything. If you were to tell her that she can make $40 an hour signing up as a medical assistant, Letitia will be doing that. Like she just gonna do and go wherever the money goes. But she is, I can't sit here and respect her as a businesswoman when we've watched her mess up things that most people, even outside of business, should be able to understand. Like for instance, I work in clinical case management. I can organize, handle business stuff, arrange stuff. Why is it so hard to get hot food at a brunch? Like, why is it so hard for her to catch criminals? Like, I don't understand Letitia at all. But I don't think she understands herself either.
No, that's why this dinner scene with her versus Latrice is really stupid. And so for Glenn to come out his mouth and blame them that's
that means
hysterical.
She's still with him.
Yeah, that means she's still with him. And that's hysterical because to me, there's nothing worse, in my opinion, than someone who won't take accountability for them creating the action versus exposing the person who brought the action. Mm-hmm. Because if you didn't do it, they wouldn't have it to use it against you. Y'all have to understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. If you didn't do what they accuse you of doing, then they wouldn't have ammunition that exposed you. You could walk out slate clean. So if you didn't cheat on your wife, there wouldn't be a woman out here saying that you did. It's very simple.
Also, Letitia, what goes on in the dark always comes to light.
Yes.
When you go on television, people will dig shit up on you the whole time.
The whole time.
If you don't want that to happen, then
Case in point, we have Bronwyn Newport on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City right now, facing some shit that didn't happen years ago.
20 plus years ago.
Yes, and she's still got to deal with the shit. So that's case in point right there. Y'all, people wait when you get on reality TV to expose your shit and see how to get a reaction. And you have to handle it the exact way Bronwyn did. Explain it. Explain your part, all within reason, because it's, a case that got sealed. And let that be it. All Glenn had to say was, hey, look, yep, I did DM her. It was at a time me and Letitia was going through our back and forth. It is what it is. I'm sorry that it had to get exposed in 2025 because it was a couple years ago. And I'm sorry that we had to dance and shake it over there at Taste.
Saying it's recent, the DMs.
No, she said that the Taste situation was recent. They already exposed that the DMs was from 2023.
That's still pretty recent.
It's still recent.
Even so, if you're married, you shouldn't be DMing someone if you're in the same house as your spouse and they were in the same house. So that's wrong. The other thing, I do know from my friend, my best friend lives in Jackson. It seems like people down there just be glad to have their men come home. Why get married if you're just going to accept them living life like they not? What is the point in doing the paperwork, the document, merging your credit, like legally binding yourself to a person just for them or you to go out and do whatever the fuck you want, like you ain't got a spouse? Like it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. That's crazy. But y'all, this is what they just decided to throw in our face. This episode was dull.
That was
I'm not.
it.
That's the episode.
That's the whole episode.
That was the whole episode. The whole episode. We had a to be continued. So we're gonna see what Latrice's response is to Letitia next week.
Just knock her upside her head, Latrice.
No, Latrice, this is what I want you to do. I want you to tell Letitia that you need to have a vote for you. Letitia needs to have a vote for herself because she is constantly getting hurt from this man, and I already feel like it's because she's insecure.
The thing is, Latrice is not gonna say that at all to her. I don't blame her. If I was Latrice and she wanted to say something or have a problem with me, talk to your husband.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's my friend. Me being involved, I can understand it looks messy. Talk to your husband. But do you understand? Because I could see Letitia trying to talk to that. And Letitia is not that intelligent as it relates to discernment and knowing how to navigate conversations with thought.
Well, I saw that with Antoinette.
Yeah.
I saw that with Antoinette.
Failed with that.
Antoinette said that Letitia, and this is supposed to be Letitia's moment of empowering the collective. The moment someone called her phony and fake, Letitia couldn't help but fall back into the 5-year-old said, "No, you're phony and fake." And it was kind of like, see, she got you right there.
Because she knows that it's true. People react to what's true about them.
Yeah.
Generally.
Because all you say is, well, if that's what you want to believe, Antoinette, that's fine. I've only been genuine and nice.
I'm glad you brought Antoinette up because Letitia tried to bring her up in the scene, like talking about how Latrice has done stuff with Antoinette and now Mandy, but she couldn't really say much after that. My thing is, it just doesn't make any sense to bring Antoinette up. I think Letitia is mad about Antoinette coming back on the show, especially because Antoinette made Letitia look like the fool that she is when she reminded her publicly, nobody wants Glenn but you and broke bitches. And I don't know. I feel like that.
But that was been her gripe because she's accused Antoinette of trying to talk to Glenn.
Antoinette don't want him.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think Letitia knows that in some sick way. I don't know why, but I feel like she knows that.
I agree.
Letitia seems like the type of girl that gets jealous of the girls that have pretty privilege.
Yep.
Antoinette is naturally beautiful. I'm not saying Letitia's not attractive, but she could definitely use some makeup artist wouldn't hurt and a new weave. But like it just seems like she's jealous of anybody in the group that has something she could be jealous of. Because Letitia doesn't look to have a problem with Tambra, Latrice. She looked to have a problem at one point commenting on the Selena stuff with So Gucci and all of them. Like
she had a problem with Akeisha.
Yeah, she got a problem with everybody on the show who looked better than her. I'm sorry. And it has nothing to do with skin. So please don't come for me. I'll see my black ass.
But here's the thing. But once, because you brought up a good point, because when that shit happened at Latrice's Taste opening, and she got into it with Akeisha over some stupid shit. Mm-hmm. But it was the way she got bucked with, and she said, "What's up, Akeisha? What's up?" See, that to me right there let me know she was fake. Yeah. That right there, because what is you doing that for?
Acting like you gonna fight Akeisha.
Right.
I think she was hoping for it because Akeisha's my husband had money and her and Glenn, they need a check.
Yeah. So that's a good point. That was a good point to bring up because she do that. And it's like, girl, we can't take you serious. But once again, y'all, that was it. I am so happy Mrs. Best here. I want to do this again.
We can.
I do. I want to do this again.
The holidays is coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Then hey, let's go ahead and do it. Because I would love for us to be side by side. Because I think it gets the live done quicker. And it's just what
it does.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's it, you guys. Thank you guys for being here once again. We will be. Scotty said Latrice has hands on her and knows how to fight. I'm sure she does. I'm sure
the people who do try not to fight.
Yeah, they're trying to fight.
You could tell from how she grew up and when they were standing over her, how she wasn't so scared. You could tell when somebody know how to fight, and I think that Letitia and Marie know it. Because that's why they have to work together to get her. Weak bitches. I don't like bitches that jump nobody. or try to. I don't like that. I don't.
Yeah, but yeah, this episode was just a filler. It wasn't nothing much that happened. Next week, like, it's gonna be okay. I can't wait to see the brunch that people pay $60 for. That's all I'm gonna say that again. But thank you guys for being here once again. I appreciate everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will be back on my channel Monday for Real Housewives of Potomac. I am excited because the Real Housewives of Potomac, they're bringing it, y'all. Finally, I can't believe it. Thank you, Stacy. That's all. Thank you, Stacy. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, y'all. Bye-bye.